Okay, guys, today we're going to be doing a little bit different thing. We're going to be playing some blue-red, a little bit of splash of green Delver in the Legacy Prelim today. 4 rounds, hard competition. Recently, I went 7-2 in the Legacy Premier event with this deck, 18th place out of 231 players. This deck basically is trying to use Delver, Secret, Swift Spirit, and Sprite Dragon, backed up by Daze, Forces, to try and kill our opponents somewhat quickly. Small green splash of Veil and Cleithus in the sideboard. And, let's get into it. Our hand doesn't have much going for it right now, but has a Force of Will, which I like. Or Delver, sort of. Yeah, there you go. I think this hand is reasonable. We have some cantrips to try and find some stuff. Don't actually have our threats yet. A Force of Will to make things not so bad, depending on what opponent's on. Catch stream. Nice. Yeah, I'm just going to let the Delver resolve. We have loads of lightning bolts and stuff to find. Interesting. We could get our Brazen Borrow and Sprite Dragon here. Play towards beating this Delver with those. And also use cantrips to try and filter the draws afterwards. I think I'm going to keep these. Not the greatest, as it didn't find like a lightning bolt, which I would have liked to find. But I think good enough to keep. No flip, please. No flip. Feels good, man. No blind flip. Now I'm scared of just like Sprite Dragon here. Ooh, it's Bug. That's a problem. Maybe I'm supposed to Force Will that, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna Brainstorm here. Not quite what I wanted to see. This game is going to be very, very hard to win at this point. Okay. I do like the Chain Lightning. I think I'm supposed to Force Will the Dark Confidant, but I feel like it's so bad if we just like hit into a Daze that I like hate doing that. I'm going to bring in post board here, because I feel like this game's going to be like very, very, very difficult to win from this point. I think I want Veils probably in Blazing Volley. Blazing Volley is probably going to be good against Confidant. Pyros, maybe. Surprised they're doing it this way. There's Daze, so now we know we have to play around that. I have 4 Uro nowadays. Yeah. It's going to be a problem too. I feel like this match was probably like very bad for us. Like they're just like the slightly slower version of Delvers, so yeah, they have that. And a lot of it's about like cards, and they have Dark Confidant plus Uro. We don't play anything like Gurmag Angler that's hard for them to kill, and they're playing Abrupt Decays. So this is probably like just pretty bad matchup, I'd have to assume, for us. I guess I could have played Wooded Foothills Fetch for Mountain. I think this is fine. No Blood Moon. Nope. No Blood Moon. Let's play Brainstorm here, I guess. Don't want that. Guess I'll put this on top. Yeah, that's fine. If I have to Force of Will Uro, then I'll pitch Brainstorm, probably. This game will be difficult to win, but it's possible. Also, no Wastelands in our deck, so no way to really stop them from getting the mana they need. Sure. Almost assuredly they're going to Uro or going to force pitching Brainstorm, I think. And I think we're going to have to use our Sprite Dragon to try and, like, get a win. If they have like force back, then that's just how it goes. Not much we can really do about it. High likelihood they have force back. Wow, they don't. Okay. That's really good for me. I want to draw the Ponder here now. They had force will. I have to imagine they would have used it. It sucks to chain lightning this because it starts feeding the arrow, but we need to also not die. Not gonna play the Ponder because then it allows them to convert their days. They almost surely have like an abrupt decay or a fatal push or something here. Okay. Yep, that's what I was saying. Let's Ponder. Like, my opponent has multiple cards that are, like, all really good against me. Uro, Tarmogoyf, Dark Confidant. All the cards that are somewhat problematic for me. Probably have to bring in, like, Clothos Veil. Not even sure. I'll have to bring in a good chunk of stuff, though. Opponent's like going deep in the tank like every time we cast one of these. Okay. I'll get behind this. I guess this could be force negation, but if they have force negation, they can hard cast it. You can let them convert their days in this preordain, which I theoretically don't care about all that much because I have the Bedlam Reveler next turn. So I'm probably supposed to do that. Even though it makes it so they're, like, get to their Uro quicker. I do want to just, like, jam my Bedlam Reveler and not have to, like, lose value. I'm probably fine, like, topping any land here. What is the opponent like doing where they're taking so long in these cantrips? Yeah, do the wasteland on a basic check. I didn't do it, I saw it in a replay. The Magic Online replays have been bugged recently, or I guess for who knows how long. And I found some like bugged replays that just had like absurd things happening to them. It's just always funny to see. Another Uro. Interesting. They probably drew a land so they can cast Tarmogoyf now. Yep. Makes sense. Unfortunately, I wanted to draw that after playing this. I guess if they cast Days, we can then cast Days, so I kind of want to do this main phase. Although it makes so they can Uro. Could just try and find Force of Will, or like double Days. guess I'm just gonna pass here, actually. Unfortunate. If we drew the land and the Force of Will in the opposite order, I think I would have been actually in a finer spot here. It's good as they don't actually have like clean answers to Bedlam Reveler, I believe. Because Abrupt Decay doesn't get it. Fatal Push doesn't get it. So like maybe this is my answer to the matchup. Another Uro. Okay. I will convert my days while I can. I should have actually... Yeah, no, I think this is fine. I think I need to do this, and if they just have days, it, like, sucks for me. I think I need to start getting it down. Yeah. It sucks, but it's the situation I'm in. Okay. Let's let this brainstorm go, hopefully. Okay, that's interesting. Let's get rid of both of these. Yeah, I think I need to do this. I can't really block it. Two Power Blast Red Split for Meddling Mage. Just not playing Legacy. Because it's a lot of mana and can be like Abrupt Decay and stuff and just kill. Let me think. How do I want to do this? Because I kind of have to deal with the Uro. Use this Brazen Bar, I don't really have a good way to answer it. Although, I'm going to be going down to 3. Oh yeah, difficult spot. I bounce it, they'll still have like a good chunk in the air. I think we have to do this and just feel bad about it. I feel like we're in such a bad spot, like no matter what we do, it's kind of just hard to do anything. Force Will. I mean, I can't block, so I'm going to attack. We'll fetch on the upkeep. Yep, they're up to 16 now. I think we need to draw, like, Bedlam Reveler, probably. We only have one Bedlam Reveler. We can't trip into Bedlam Reveler, can get us out of it. Let's see. Yep, I have to take the hit. I have to imagine Bedlam Reveler is basically the one way we can possibly get back into it. Time of life. Okay. Fetch. We know we have 2 lands on top. Okay, we're just dead. That on top. Yep. I mean, our outs were incredibly slim, so not surprised how it went. Not 100% sure how to sideboard in this matchup. I feel like maybe I need to bring in some surgicals as well, just to deal with the Euros. Although we do have Clothis, but Clothis is not the easiest to resolve. I feel like my forces aren't doing that much. I feel like I want this Blazing Volley somehow. Like Swiss Spear is also going to be kind of bad with Tarmogoyf. I'm not sure. Maybe I can just cut like 8 Preordain. Let's try this. Maybe this is bad as well. That seems fine to me. Not the greatest, not the worst. Like, if they just Surgical our Trop, we're in a pretty bad spot, of course, but... Or not Surgical, if they Wasteland our Trop. I wonder how many people are already done, if any. Looks like some people are. JPA, taken out in round 1. Hard time for old JPA, I guess. It was like, green, are they playing Nimble Mongoose? That would be wild. What are they going to do with this Ponder, I wonder? They chose to not shuffle. Okay. Chain Lightning. Top that. Swiss Spear. Ponder. I guess I'm down for all these cards. I mean, obviously, it sucks if they Wasteland us still, but that's the risk I'm taking. I don't know if Bug even plays Wasteland with their like mana requirements. Seems like it'd be kind of hard for them to do, but I'll check like some lists. They play Tarmogoyf, I just got a Chain Lightning it, which is great. There no Bug Delver. Just passing. Okay. Play another Swiss Spear. Play Brainstorm, I guess. I guess I should have topped Preordain instead of Brainstorm. Interesting. We've got a lot of burn spells. Almost assuredly I'm getting decayed here. Do I want a Surgical Decay? I kind of want a Surgical Decay. I don't know how bad that is. I'm gonna do it. I think it's bad, but maybe it's not. Like, the thing is, I want to do it because it gives us a Prowess trigger as well. It's just like, it's essentially a 2 damage burn spell that also can, like, get them here. Okay. Let's Snipping Tool their hand. Let's do with the Pro Circuit. It gives you qualifier points, which is what I want, essentially. So the format to exist. Yeah. I mean, obviously we want Surgical for Uro. My hope was they had, like, another Abrupt Decay in hand. Taking out the Abrupt Decay takes out basically all their removal spells. Like, they only have 3 Fatal Pushes left. They left in all their Force of Wills and Force Negations, which is weird. Though their deck looks like really bad matchup for me. They have Baleful Strix, Plague Engineer, Dark Confidant, Tarmogoyf, Uro, Pushes and Decays, and Delver. Like, this matchup just looks so bad for me. It's actually insane how bad it looks for me. I think I have to bottom. Actually, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter either way, right? guess I can just do this. Alright. So now I can kill the Tarmogoyf here. Ponder. Which I think I'm supposed to do. I mean, obviously the worst case scenario is they have like Fatal Push there, but I think it's fine. So they have Uro. That's the only card that we know about. So you draw any Prowess trigger or something like Sprite Dragon. Actually, wait, we don't even need to draw a Prowess trigger. We just have lethal here. I forgot. We just have... Actually, we didn't need to draw any Prowess triggers. Okay. Well, we got that one. Now the next game is going to be the harder one. Yeah, they have Baleful Strix and Dark Confidant, so we have to have this Blazing Volley in our deck for sure. God, the deck looks so good against stars, it's insane. And we don't have any Wastelands either. Like, we have no ways to cheese them either. It is rough. And Gorilla's album, not quite sure. Kill them fast. I think that's my goal. It's like kill them quickly or like tempo them in a way such that they have to like do things inefficiently. Or like lean on this card. I think this card is also a way to win. But does anyone like I literally can't find a bug Delver deck list. There's Sultai Delver. Do they play? Oh wait, I literally can see their deck list. I can see if they're playing Wasteland or not. Playing 4 Wasteland. Just haven't seen it yet. It's interesting. How many lands are they playing actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, or 20. Really, only 20 lands, eh? I guess they do have Brainstorm Ponder, so... Okay. This deck's so good against yours. Will Klothys be too slow? I mean, Klothys hits a lot of the cards that are problematic, which is Uro, and makes Tarmogoyf worse as well. How's it going, P-Tarts? I was talking about doing, or I guess I wasn't. I guess Anzi approached me. He approached me with the idea of a sub battle. So if you guys don't know what sub battles are, it's like, you know, my subs versus, it'd be my subs playing against his subs in a match. Are we playing Uro? We are not playing Uro. That's fine. I think I'm fine blazing volleying that with how my hand looks right now. So I was thinking about doing that. We haven't like set up the exact details, but so far my thought was or not my thought, his thought, our thoughts maybe, was some sort of Iron Man, which Baleful Strix, eh? I think I'm fine with Baleful Strix. My hope is he doesn't have another land, then I can slam Klothys with Daze back up. Actually, wait, did they keep it in Daze? They do not have any days. They didn't have any days on the draw, at least. I think this is going to take over the game here. My hope is I get a Days of Forest and they just like lose Infinite. They brought Days back in. Okay. Well, Days back. Yeah, if we get Days plus Forest, it's going to be a disaster here, of course. Yeah, I mean, I guess they brought him back in. This is rough. This is a rough situation for us. It's an Iron Man. Sorry, I'll explain a bit more once I'm like in a better spot in this game because I have to figure out how to play. No, it's the point of it is that if you win your match, you continue to play until you lose. It'd be something like a 4v4. We're not exactly sure how we do formats or matchups or stuff, but it'd be like each team has like 4 or 5 players. If it's like player 1 versus player 1, and like let's say our player 1 wins, they play against player 2, then player 3, then player 4, then player 5 until they lost. If they lost against player 2, then we'd put our player 2 up, and so on and so forth. Why did I fetch there? I should have pondered first. I'll ponder now, I guess. Interesting. Very interesting. I think I want this. I think I want all of this. Let's do this. And then let's pass the turn. Subs Legacy Vintage Modern Pioneer. Well, the problem with that is the Iron Man portion of it. If we're doing an Iron Man variation, then you can't quite do that, right? If we get a Veil Summer, it'd be so good for us. Hopefully they don't have second days. Actually, we have double days, never mind. So, like, we can kind of win this. Yeah. How's that a problem? Kind of like both of these cards as well. Not what I wanted to see. I was hoping they were going to arrow there. That's basically what everyone plays, yeah. If they have Plague Engineer as their last card in hand, it feels bad, man. Oh, I was like, they were tapping so quickly, I thought I was dead for sure. I was like, don't Plague Engineer me, please. That would have been a disaster. It would have been a mega disaster. Ooh, and we got another Ur out of their hand? That's great. That's great for me. That's so good. Oof, that was like the best case scenario for me, how all of that happened. Oh, lordy, that was good for me. Now we just need to fade a Plague Engineer still. I mean, if they have Abrupt Decay, they should be doing it right now. Oh, okay. Ooh, and they hit the land drop. Okay. Flip? Flip off of, like, Brainstorm or Preordain, please? It's smart for them to wait, because they can just see if I'm gonna hit, Veil Summer. They should be using it now. Yep. Though they're on no cards in hand, and we have this Preordain. Bottom both. That's not a bad one. I'm down to 3. I don't think they have a card in their deck that can get them out of this situation, what I see from the Surgical. Very surprised that I was able to get that one in the way that it happened. The way that how this game played out, I guess we just, like, we got up on resources because of the forces. And then we also got up on 2 resources because of the Surgical. It's just play, and we got up on 2 resources from the Veil Summer. I guess that's how we did it, right? Okay, well, hopefully we can win the next one. And win, hopefully we go against a good matchup. That would be great. I'll see you guys in the next round. Okay, guys, we're back for round 2. Playing against Kazuga. I'm not the biggest fan of this hand. Doesn't have, like, Delver. Doesn't have a Bolt. But it has a Force Negation in case we're against, like, some super combo deck. So, I kind of like having that avenue to our hand. It would suck if we got Wastelanded. So I think I'm just going to play this and pass. You know, it kind of sucks because we lose our fetch for a Brainstorm, but I think it's more important that we don't get Wastelanded. This land matters a lot less than our Volcanic Island. And I'm almost sure that my opponent is playing, like, the Mirror. In some variation, at least. There's Wasteland, as I said. That is not what I wanted to see. I'll get rid of these Force of Wills. No Stifle, please. If I get Stifled here, it's such a disaster. No Stifle, please. Don't stifle me. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yeah, I should have done it on their turn, maybe. It's like the absolute disaster for us, as they have Wasteland plus Stifle. Oh, yeah. Yep, they probably just played the winning deck list, it seems. The showcase winning deck list. Yeah. Unfortunate. I guess, like... This is just, like, worst case scenario. Happen they have double Wasteland plus Stifle. And then, like, we just don't have cantrips. They, like, didn't cantrip into any of it either. They just, like, had it. I don't think we're supposed to force will the Delver. It's, like, so bad if they have days as well. And I think there's more important things to deal with, especially because we have Lightning Bolt. Yeah, next turn. It is not printed in Modern and never will be, I think. Really just not have another land? Okay. Okay, really want to hit a land drop here, or a cantrip. This is almost surely going to get killed. Or dazed, or whatever. Like, this is the advantage of having Wasteland in your deck. Like, sometimes your opponent just doesn't get to play the game. So, like, it's not a bad advantage to have. I mean, this is just going to flip. If it doesn't flip, I'll be amazed. Fort Bolt. Yuck. Yeah, I think I just have to let this go. days, please. Stereo Fortune. Okay, Urza, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, actually. I really need to hit a land drop here. And a red land drop. That, like, if this was a volcanic island, it would be so good for us. Cantrip I'll also take. But thank you for the sub, Urza. I appreciate it a lot. Okay. Really unfortunate how this game played out. But it's like a classic Delver game where they just wasteland you and you don't get to play. God, I want to force will that so badly, but I can't. Yeah. I mean, I'm not that actually concerned about this wasteland because it doesn't actually change like how the game's played. Like, I still need to draw a red source. I guess it changes in the fact that I can't really draw Preordain, Ponder stuff right now. Let's see what you got for me, Pete Tarts. God. This is... I haven't heard this one in a little bit. I mean, if they try to kill this, I will force the will it instantly. I don't really have a choice. Yep. God, that game was a disaster. Game was just a straight disaster. Let me look at the deck list of the guy who won. God. Oh yeah, yikes. This is awful. Okay, I think I gotta be done with this, P-Tarts. I can only get through so much of that. I can only get through so much. Looking at their sideboard and trying to figure out how I want to my deck. I think I want the Blazing Volley. They have at least Young Pyromancer, Delver, Brace Borrower. This is like Wastelands, so rough. Could bring in a Braids. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that's... I'm gonna bring in a Braid over Clothis. Fly ever free, as free before the thunderstorm. How's it going? It's going. Just playing some Delver. Losing game ones. Getting Wastelanded out. Wasteland plus Stifled out. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. Wasteland proof. It's Delver. Wasteland proof mana base at its finest. Mine in Legacy 1? No. Strip Mine is already not a card I like playing against in Vintage. Let's see what we got here. I feel like it's on. Actually, I like doing this instead. A disaster Neil's. I'm keeping it around at least for a little bit. We'll see how long I keep it though. Assume this is getting red blasted or something. Bolted. Something is happening to this. Flames we carry, yeah, sure. Water. Let's attack for 2. I feel like the way that my opponent's deck is built, I'm going to have a hard time beating it, but we'll see. Let's preordain. This is blue-red splash a little bit of green Delver. Don't think I want this. I do think I want this, though. Especially if they try to, like, bolt here. It's great for me because I get a reset for Sprite Dragon. Just do nothing. Okay. Delver Secrets. Okay. I'm fine just Pyroblasting this here. My mana is not infinite. I gotta do something. Even though it makes Soar a little bit rough to like a Trinity Nemesis or something. Sucks to have to play out the Sprite Dragon without like a way to get it to be super big quickly. And it can be Pyroblasted somewhat easily. I mean, we could have, I guess, just left up Raisin Borrower. Wow, they're gonna Force of Will. Maybe I'm wrong about how I'm sideboarding. These Delver players are keeping in their forces. I always love taking out forces in the Delver mirror, even on the draw. Like, if I knew that they left Enforceable, I would have definitely not used that Pyro. Oh, chilled it. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it a lot, man. Yeah. I'm going to be trying to stream a lot more now. I'm trying to get onto a consistent schedule where I'm going to stream somewhere, start at like 11 or 10, and then stream until around 4 to 5 p.m. depending on when I start. maybe add in like an hour variety at the end of my stream, and then try to then try to like exercise afterwards, so I can get like a good exercise regimen along with my work. Where's on the draw the job in here? Yeah, I know people. I know some people do like that, which is, I guess, somewhat reasonable. I personally hate doing it. Could also have like the Dell card. Yep. Here's the Ethereal Forger. I'm gonna untap. And then a braid. How does this work? Don't think I want that. We could have brazen borrowed that, but if they had pyro, it would have been really bad for me. I really did not want that to happen. I don't think they have days. If they had days, it's like not that big of a deal. Yes, gone. Well, that's better than we're seeing. Yeah. I mean, I'm almost just like, based on what my opponent's played, I'm pretty confident that my opponent is playing the Zio Franconi or whatever, however you say his name, list. I think I still like how I've sideboarded here. I think I still like it. I think I actually like. Also, people like taking Dazes out on the draw, but the thing is, like, what am I gonna bring in? Like Flusterstorm, like Veil of Summer, these cards that are bad against like Stifle. I guess this is bad against Stifle / Wasteland. Like, this card is not like. These are the cards I used to like think about bringing in, but it's just like so hard to get them down. I could bring in Force of Wills, but it's just like, ugh. Also, like, very, very little people play around days when I'm on the draw because they think, like, okay, you're supposed to be taking out days on the draw. So, like, I've found a lot of equity from that. Serves me. So it's like, it's weird. I'm actually fine keeping this hand. It doesn't have that much going on, but what it does have is it's like pretty Wasteland and Stifle proof, which makes it so like 7-ish of their cards are just not going to do anything, which I'm a big fan of, especially when I'm on the draw. Just having like an established mana base. I mean, you have 2 cantrips, so we can kind of like filter through to find something. Yeah, no, I think it's probably correct to bring out days on the draw, but I think the way that my deck is constructed and the reason I don't want to bring in Force of Will versus how my opponent's deck is constructed, I have to like leave them in my deck because I don't think I would want any of these cards over Dazes when I'm on the draw. Basically, in this matchup, they chose to shuffle. That's my thought, at least. Could be completely wrong, but that's how I want to. Hamuda? Is that how you say it? Hamuda MTG? Thanks for the raid. Wow. They just fired off the days. My guess is that they don't have another land, and they want to make sure that, like, I'm not doing anything. How'd your stream go, Hamuda? Hmm. I guess I can. Guess I can do this. Do kind of want another can. I kind of want to brainstorm kind of badly. Delver's probably not going to be doing much, actually. I think I actually want to shuffle here. Okay, that's the worst case scenario. I just draw another land. Sucks that they dealt with my first preordain. Or not preordain, ponder. The days. Yep. Really, really want to find a brainstorm. The disasters they would play like Trinity Nemesis, like just into my open mana. Okay, they don't have another land. I think I need to play fetch land here. This is preliminary. My dream is that my opponent does nothing here and then goes to discard next turn. That's my hope. Like, doesn't draw land, goes to discard. That's also, like, great for me. This is how I can, like, recuperate my card advantage. I'm losing by, like, having a million lands. So here's my reasoning behind not playing Brainstorm here. My opponents show their hand is incredibly reactive, or cannot cast their spells, or is scared to cast their spells. So the reason to not play the Brainstorm here is that they get to Pyroblast, or they get to do something to it, and then they're not necessarily put in the spot next turn to have to use like a Lightning Bolt or something that makes it so their hand like doesn't move to discard. And if they play a creature next turn, then we get to like Brainstorm, try to find something if it's something like Trinity Nemesis. Or if it's just like a creature we can abrade or bolt, then that's great for us as well. So I think I'm not going to Brainstorm here. Because they've shown that their hand is very reactive, basically. They've shown their hand with that Lightning Bolt last turn. Like, if they're just going to go to discard, that's fine with me. I'll just like play land next turn if I have nothing to do. Make them make the first move. We have the mana advantage. Like, I learned this lesson when I played what was it? It was a Pauper match. My opponent had, we were playing the blue-red like Fairies Mirror, and I was on a 4, I mulliganed to 4. And they were on 7, and I learned it was just like, okay, if they're just not doing anything, their hand's almost assuredly very reactive, we can just kind of wait here. Now, if they play Trinity Nemesis here, it's kind of a disaster. And now we have to do this. There's the Red Blast. Let's see if they have Force of Will. They don't. Now we can start doing stuff. I'll fetch my upkeep here. Now we're gonna make them cast all their reactive spells here. It's kind of a disaster if they have Blazing Volley, but I'm hoping that they don't have Blazing Volley in their hand. Another round. Far away. Well, let's see what our opponent's reactive cards were. Please don't show me Blazing Volley. For the love of God, don't show me Blazing Volley. It's really weird how this game went. Is this... The dream is they just like play some creature that I can interact with very easily, and I just get to like abrade it. That's just the dream for me. That's the dream. Sure. I could care less. I get to abrade this. Soon they're gonna kill my Delver. Wow, they're killing that. Okay, that's great for me too. And I just have like a pile of burn spells too. We have Ponder on top, right? Start with this. I want to chain lightning them before they like do anything about it, basically. I'll ponder here now. Look for another bolt, basically. There's another bolt. Kind of like this, actually. Kind of like all the cards that I have here. I'm like so confused about what their hand is, actually. Maybe it's just like a pile of 3-mana spells. It's like really hard to do anything with it. It's just like so confusing. Like, I felt like we were so far behind. And they just didn't do anything. I guess they missed the land draw up, basically. Because their turn 1 Ponders probably tried to find a land and they didn't have a land. And that's why they dazed, because they knew that they weren't going to be able to, like, effectively use their daze later. With them having to use the mana the next turn. But I guess that's how we got there. Delver mirrors are, like, really weird sometimes. I mean, the painter guy was going ham. He went 10-0. But yeah, I assume that I have this game won pretty likely. Opponent deep in the tank on this brainstorm. Sure. Yeah, I guess we just like win. They need to be able to like beat this plus the days. Pretty hard to do. I guess that was a mistake. I should have let the force... I guess it doesn't really matter either way. Yeah, got there somehow, some way, got there again. Hopefully we can continue to win. 2-0. Let's get the 4-0. Okay, back for round 3. It's Hodor time, baby. Another good player. I'll keep this hand. Probably just go get Mountain with the Scalding Tarn. Place a Spear on turn 1. Not the greatest hand because of the Bedlam Reveler, but hopefully we can find a Brainstorm or just, you know, get to the point where this card becomes good. Okay, opponent thinking about their mulligan. They kept 7 as well. Let's see if we go on our streak of losing game 1s and then winning games 2 and 3. I mean, if I lose game 1 and it means that I can win games 2 and 3, I'll be very excited. How goes the battle? We're 2-0 in this prelim, so can't complain about that, I guess. Another blue card is great. What is my opponent on? Snow-covered island pass. I think just getting in some damage here. I'm just gonna... Makes me think they're on like the Bant cards deck. I use Snow Basics for the bluff. Technically no, I believe. Oh, okay, I see, I see. Flip the Delver, win. Okay, so they're playing Food Chain. I think they played this before. Yep, they have. This is their deck list. They're like playing 20 lands, Hierarch Ice Fangs, Eternal Scourge, Mistral Griffin, Ranger Captain of Eos, Uro, One to Fairy, Swords. I don't think I want Veil. You got an EE Carpet. Veil, their own Peacekeeper. I'm not exactly sure how I want to sideboard actually versus them. I don't really know how I want to sideboard here. I don't think I want these. Maybe I want like a Braids. They also have Uro in their deck. So that's like kind of a problem. Maybe I want some Blasts of some sort. Yeah, I think I like want to get rid of Reveler and play like some Blasts. That's my guess on how I want to play this matchup. I don't know how many... I'll try this. I don't know, maybe this is bad. I'm not quite sure how to sideboard here, I'm going to be honest. Doesn't win games. Oh no, I'm not doubting that it can't win games. This hand is like so medium. I'm going to mulligan it. This hand looks a lot better. I think I need to ditch Force of Will. I'm feeling kind of bad about it. It's actually rough what I want to lead on. I guess it depends on what they lead on as well. Oh lordy. Like, I mean, if they lead on, like, Noble Hierarch, I'm just going to bolt it. Oh, okay. I did have to think for a second, and then I drew Daze, and then it made it easy for me. I think I'm just supposed to be dazing here. People hate leaving in Daze on the draw, but I'm always a fan. You get people a lot. What are they gonna do here now? Ponder, sure. Huh. I'm gonna play Mountain next turn. They're gonna be a little bit upset. I think I need to put the Swiss Spear into play. Not 100% sure how we could get punished by this. Like, if they play Food Chain, Pyroblast wouldn't have done anything anyways. That's annoying. But I don't think I would have pirated it. I don't think, if I had Volk, maybe I'd play a land, but I don't think I'm supposed to play a land here into their carpet. Wish I would have drawn a blue card for the Force of Will. That's slightly unfortunate that I didn't. Hopefully I just get this Uro. That is annoying. Ballista. Okay. Really want to draw a blue card here for my Force of Will so I can take down this Ballista. There's a blue card. Two cards. Trying to think if I want to play a land here. I think I do. Because we can do some like cantrip into Bolt next turn to kill. I could play Ballista for 1, although I'm not sure they want to do that. Carpet of Flowers. Out. If I hit Cantrip into Bolt, we do have lethal. Just a Bolt is also not that bad, although they can cast a Miscel Griffin out of their yard next turn. Need a Ballista for 1 here. Okay. Yeah, not quite what I was looking for, eh? Not gonna play my other land here. Oh, they're just gonna let it go. So they have Miscel Griffin they can play next turn. I can still find some combos here to win. Unfortunately, they can possibly find some ways to get like Uro going. Oh, it doesn't look like they drew the ways to do that. So that's good for me. Brazen Borrower. That does it. That does it. They have no cards in hand, so I just get a jam. Wow. Very surprised I won this game. But it all ended up working out for me in the end. 3-0. Can't complain. Hopefully we can snag the 4 on the last round. I'll see you guys there. Okay, guys. We're here for round 4. Let's see how we can do. I'll keep this hand. Has a Force of Will. Has a Daze. Has a land. Let's see if we need to like brainstorm on turn 1. Depending on if they're playing like a Wasteland-esque deck. Wasteland-esque deck. What is this? Not exactly sure. Is this maybe just Death and Taxes? I'll probably get punished for like not brainstorming, but I kind of hate brainstorming if I can get brainstorm locked. Death and Taxes. Richardson Port. Okay. That's not good for us. I probably should have Force Willed. I just realized I just didn't Force Will their 8th. Well, I definitely should have. I think I'm looking for a land here now. There's a land. Think I'm supposed to do this, then this. Could be wrong though. Yeah, no, I was definitely gonna set up 2 Delvers. I just wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to set them up. Although I think my like Force and Dazes are just not gonna do anything like ever. Yeah. This is gonna be a rough game if they have like any rule spells ever. Like Skyclave Apparitions. If they don't, we have something to do. It is useless at this point. Yeah, but I want to pitch the Daze to the Force of Will if possible. It potentially makes it so they like Richardson Port is weird, where I can like Daze a spell, pick up my land. I can't do anything about that. Stoneforge Mystic would be bad for me. Dahlia, not the worst in the world. Although now they can just play whatever they want with the Force of Will. Or through the Force of Will. Stoneforge Mystic. Yep. Cheetah. That is a problem. Or potentially a problem at least. think I'm just supposed to play Sprite Dragon here. Hope for the best. They don't have a second. If they don't have another land, maybe we can do something here. Like, we need their hand to, like... So they have GT plus an unknown and a draw step. We need somehow those cards to be bad. And, like, not lands. Like, an extra Thalia, an extra Mom, like... Another... No, port would be bad for me. Depending on what they do with this GT, I do have a chance. Although it is a very limited chance at that. 7. I guess... Actually, no. Well, if the last card in their hand is nothing... We do have lethal here, I believe. Because if they take out our Sprite Dragon, gain 2 life, we kill them with Bolt. Take out a Delver, kill them with Bolt, still, I think. Yeah, we kill them with Bolt. If they gain 4 life, we have 3, 7, 10, 11. Yeah, so they're just dead, actually. We're good. Unless they have something, obviously, with the Vial. If they if their hand is a blank, then we can win. Their hand is a blank, we can win. They just do nothing. They need to make the first play. I mean, it looks like their hand's a blank. They didn't have any blockers. They haven't done anything yet. Looks like their hand's just a land to me. Just do this. If they, yeah, looks like it was a blank. Good to go. Sometimes lucky, boys. Got him. Did not expect to win that one, let me tell you. Force negation, I think, can go. Daze is kind of poopy. Maybe I actually need to keep in some amount of dazes. I need to keep in force negation. Force negation deals with Aether Vial. What's for thanks? Yeah, no, there's loads of different ways we were lost, but I guess I'll keep in some amount of dazes. I don't really want to have force negation because it doesn't counter any of like the creatures, but I don't know. This hand is kind of dookie, but like has potential to be really good. Man, I want to keep this hand, but it's like kind of bad. What do you guys think? I feel like, I don't know. Drop this one. The thing is, like, they're mulliganing to 6. If they're heavily reliant on a Vial, I'm good against that. If they're heavily reliant on some sort of 2-drop, I'm good against that. Like, I'm gonna keep. Maybe that's just bad, I don't know. They're favored. To an extent, yes. That obviously makes me very sad. That makes me very sad. That turned my hand from, like, potentially good to really bad very quickly. The worst case would be play Wasteland. Okay, Richard Import. Thalia. Yeah. like so many bad. Like this was obviously the worst case scenario for our hand. Although a lot of hands are not particularly good against what my opponent's doing as well. Why didn't we force them on? Cavern of Souls is the reason we didn't. I guess I'm gonna do this because if they port us, then we can brainstorm in the upkeep. So I thought I was like, oh, I kind of need to get a second land because then I can't like do anything in the upkeep, like, and they port us down because of the Thalia. Then I realized brainstorm's instant speed, so we're actually fine here. I obviously would have forced this if they like if they didn't have Thalia out. Core, so Stoneforge Mist is coming down. That's problematic for me to an extent. Oh, they just have nothing. Okay, I'm a fan of that. Oof. That's a big yikes. That's a big yikes. Maybe I was supposed to like I was probably supposed to daze my own brainstorm and then force it. Actually, wait, I couldn't do that. Never mind. I can't do any of that because they have Thalia out. What am I talking about? I can't do any of that. Yeah, it's not looking good for you, boy. Let me tell you, it's not looking good. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there is much we could have done about this game. I mean, obviously mulliganing was the thing we could have done differently. What do you got this? Not that I can think of right now. I gotta go pee. I'm gonna be right back. Yep. Million for left turn, yeah. Okay, this is interesting. I should have played out Swiss Spear actually. But like yeah. 6. I do that. Yeah, I'm just dead here. Nothing I can do. Obviously love Daze a lot more on the play. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to do this. This seems fine to me. I think I'm supposed to keep this hand. No, we have no days. No. Mulligan to 6 again, so that's good for us, I guess. Good island. Delver, pass. D&T right now, yeah. I think I'm fine trading off with Mother of Runes here with my Delver. Maybe it's incorrect, but I think it's fine to do. Makes it so, like, if they play something like a Stoneforge Mystic, I can actually look for a way to answer it. For another land here, hopefully. Yeah, I like this a lot. Wow. And we can just Brazen Borrower that. No real way to punish that I can think of. I guess they could Mana Tie this, though I highly doubt they have that in their deck. Oh wait, why did I not do that on my main phase? I have Sprite Dragon out. Oh lordy. That was, now that I think about it, that was just awful. For everyone else. I don't think it should have done that. Wasteland. Yep, Wasteland is annoying. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that in the main phase. If I lose by a point of damage, you know exactly why. I think I'm supposed to lose both of these. So could be incorrect to not just Brainstorm main phase again there. Get an extra point of damage, but I kind of want to leave up Ancient Grudge in case they go like land GT. That was my thought. Like, because land GT would just be a absolute disaster for me. Although, it's kind of hard for them to do that. I mean, obviously they're not going to do it now because I have the face of Ancient Grudge. Says, I'll do the sit-ups in a second once we're done with this game. Oh. Guess I'm casting this Brainstorm now. Lightning Bolt here would be nice. Forcible, eh? Yeah, I guess we don't really need to cast this Forcible, do we? on that, I don't think. Wasteland. Yeah, that punishes me for how I stack my stuff, I guess. Punishes me a little bit. Or potentially can punish me. Need to have like double swords or something here to get me. Or Cavern of Souls onto like something. Russian port. It's fine. I think I've got this locked up here. Thalia. Yeah, Thalia doesn't matter. And that's GG. 4-0, baby. 4-0, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That's what we're talking about. Let's go. Made possibly a couple mistakes in some of these games, but in the end, who came out on top? It's your boy. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like seeing, you know, sometimes the clickbait that I'm going to have for this video is true. I actually did win all my matches, you know? But if you like to see that, give me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch and Twitter in the description below. Tell me if you like any of the legacy content you see. I try not to deviate from Modern too much because I know that's what you guys like. But if you want to see some variation, tell me, and I'll try and bring it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next round or in the next video. Bye-bye.